Hey folks, welcome back to the Lorcana Lexicon. Azurite C is in full swing and the set's been amazing. I've been to launch parties, I've done some drafts. I'm honestly really enjoying this set and it does seem like it's going to have quite a big impact on Constructed as well, which is great from a new set. What I have been seeing is loads of new people coming into the game. Still to this day, set 6 is still attracting new players. So for those people, today I'm going to try and answer the question, are the Azurite C intro decks worth buying? Okay, so we're going to open up both of these decks. You'll see both look pretty similar. They both come with a deck, you get a booster pack, and you get some play materials. So the play materials are pretty good because they have all the rules for the game and they give you a little mat to play on as well, keep track of your lore, things like that. So as an intro product, they're pretty good, but what we care about is what's actually inside. So let's look at the Emerald Sapphire deck first, and then we'll look at the Ruby Amber deck. So let's just set this one aside and let's look here. So you get a 60 card deck ready to play out the pack, and our Sapphire Emerald deck, the two face rares that will always be foil are Gadget Hack Wrench and Go-Go Tamago. So Go-Go Tamago costs 2, is inkable, and is an evasive 2/2, and when you play this character, you may pay 2 to gain lore equal to the damage on choosing opposing character. So this card encourages you to get damage onto your opponent's characters and then benefit from it. This card might also be very good in Constructed just because it's an evasive threat, which means your opponent's going to have a hard time challenging it, and it also deals with Diablo. If you haven't dealt with Diablo yet, God, you're going to want to make sure you're including evasive cards in your deck for that one. And we've got Gadget Hack Wrench. She is a 6 cost, 3/6, lures for 3, which is pretty good. Shift 4, so you can reduce her cost to 4 from the 6. And while you have 3 or more items in play, you may pay 1 less to play Inventor characters. So it's an Inventor's Matter deck that encourages you to play items, and Go-Go Tamago is about putting damage on your opponents. So this deck's going to do a mix of both of those things, and let's see what we've got in here. So we're going to get Goofy as another rare. Ward is an Inventor, so works with Gadget, and has whenever this character quests, chosen character gains Ward till end of turn, so you can protect your other characters. You Came Back is another really good way to protect your characters because it allows you to ready them. We've got Hero Hamada, who again is an Inventor, and your other Inventors gain Resist, so we've got all these Inventors working together. Baymax. Baymax takes damage off of your other characters and also makes your Inventors cheaper again. Clarabelle. So Clarabelle just lets you kind of filter your hand. If your opponent's got more cards than you, you're going to get more cards. We're seeing multiple copies of Clarabelle. We're seeing Honey Lemon, again it's an uncommon like Clarabelle was. We've seen her rares. When you play this character, you may pay 2 to have each opponent discard a card. So again, it's 2 cost, quests for a decent amount for 2, and then has late game applications as well. You can pay a little bit of extra lore. Prince Philip. It's just a 3 cost ward. This is probably one of the first cards you're going to want to get rid of in this deck, but still very serviceable, just questing for 2, for 3, going to close games in your intro matches. Now we've got our items, and again we saw Gadget caring about items, so now we're seeing our items. We've got our Megabot. Banish this item to destroy another item, banish this item to destroy an enemy character, another Megabot. Get Emerald Chromacons. We saw this one from set 5. It says, during your opponent's turn, whenever one of your characters is banished, you may return chosen character to their player's hand. So when you're banishing your opponent's characters, you're getting more benefit by returning your own guys for their effects or your opponent's. Got Hamada, again another Inventor that searches your deck for an item or a robot card. So the card, he's going to go find Baymax and he's going to get the items that you need to make your deck function. Wasabi, again another Inventor. This one's a little bit expensive, but he's going to fill out your intro deck. We've got Hey, 2 cost 2/2. When you play this character, exert chosen opposing item it can't ready. So this is running interference on your opponent's items. Ludwig von Duck, again, he's just a big stat monster, but he's a decent one at that. 5 cost for a 4/4 quest for 3. It's going to be hard for people to shift. Got Pleakley, again, new cards from set 6. When you play this character, put chosen character of yours into your Inkwell face down, so you get to get rid of one of your cheap guys, maybe like Honey Lemon, who's made your opponent discard a card. You can then just turn her into your Inkwell to kind of get you more ink so you can play your bigger spells. We've got Fred, whenever this character is challenged, gain 2 lore. This card looks good as well because he's a little one-cost annoying thing that if your opponent ever deals with, it just gives you a huge benefit. But we're seeing a lot of these Big Hero 6 cards in here. We've got Stitch, this character gets +1, so you just can put a lot of your ink into Stitch. We've got Heathcliff. We've got another inventor in Alistair Cray. When you play this character, if an opponent has an item in play, gain 1 lore. So a lot of these cards seem to be punishing your opponents for having items rather than benefiting your own. So that'd be some of the first changes I'd be looking to make, is adding in cards that are just good items on their own. I'd be thinking like Popsicle, I'd be thinking Fishbone Quill. I know that one can be quite expensive. And especially things like Dr. Dawson here. He's just stats. You can do better than stats, but they're going to be very important for helping you learn the game. You get Merryweather. When you play this character, you may pay 1 to give another character +2 attack. Really good for just pushing damage, getting rid of those difficult to shift threats. Chosen opposing character can't quest, draw a card. Anything that says draw a card tends to be pretty good. Then we've got Yokai, who's just a 1-cost inventor. Obviously gets better when you get more of the other Yokais, which would be something I'd be looking for to upgrade this deck out of set 6. We've got Institute of Technology, it's a location that cares about inventors. We've got Ant Cass, when you play an inventor, gain a lore. So yeah, we're seeing a real Inventors Matter themes. The cheaper version of Gadget, not a great card, but obviously essential if we want our Gadget to shift onto it. We've got Ben, we've got a robot pirate. So again, that works with Hamada, looking for your other robots. It's not just Baymax now, you can get Ben as well. And Baymax's healing chips, so these are items that kind of have a little Baymax effect. So I can see what this deck's trying to do. It's a real Inventors Matters deck, and it comes with some pretty decent inventors, especially in the rare slots, like the Go-Go Tamago. Another big value of these intro decks is the fact they come with a pack. So when you spend £15, £16, euros, whatever you're spending on them, you get a pack for free as well. So if you would buy a pack over the counter for £5, €5, that means you can just take that cost off the deck. So really the deck's only costing you 11 or 12 because you're getting this pack for free. So let's have a little look at what's in the pack that came with our Tamago deck. And the nice thing as well that I really like about these decks, I talk about them a lot, is they only come with 3 copies of things, which means every card in this pack is live. You're never going to open your 5th copy in the pack here, so it means we can slot things straight in. So we've got a Moana, we've got a Good Job, we've got a Gazelle. So it's in the colours, but not really on plan. We've got another Ant Cass, so straight away there we go. That Ant Cass can go right in. Cares about inventors as our 4th copy. We've got Mosquito Bites. Getting on to our rares. We've got another Goofy, so another super easy ad. Chippendale, not an obvious ad because it's in a different colours, but again, it's nice to own that one. And then we got a foil rare. So straight away, this is what I like about this pack. It encourages you to start deck building immediately. So we can just go through this and take out 2 of the cards that are kind of less exciting, and we can put in our Ant Cass and our Goofy. So I really like this deck because it has a theme. It tells you what to do. It says play inventors, get your best inventor cards in here, and it looks quite streamlined in what it's doing as well, which is nice because sometimes intro decks can be a little bit confusing because their themes aren't super strong, but this one does not mess around. So I'm a fan of this one. Its route to victory is pretty obvious. It's just play inventors and get incremental advantage off of that. Let's check out our Ruby and Amber deck. So again, same deal, we're getting all of that good stuff. We're getting the playmat, we're getting the quick start rules, and we've got our booster pack, and we've got our intro deck. So let's look at these. So our rares up front here, we get 1 Jim Hawkins, 7 cost, 4/7, bodyguard, which means it's going to come in and protect all your other guys. Quest for 2, hire a crew. When you play this character, look at the top 4 cards, you can reveal any number of pirate cards. So straight away, I'm assuming this is a pirate deck. Jim Hawkins is a pirate, he gets you more pirates. Tigger in the Crow's Nest is also a pirate, and Tigger has evasive, and whenever you play an action this turn, he gets an extra attack and an extra lore. So what you want to do with Tigger is you want to play loads and loads of actions, and then quest for 3, and since he's evasive, he's going to be really hard for them to deal with. So what I'm looking for out of this deck is I'm looking for a glut of good pirates, and I'm looking for actions that are highly impactful or replace themselves. So our rares here, we've got Winnie the Pooh, big fan of this one. He's got support, he costs 2, he's a pirate, and whenever this character quests, you may pay 1 less for your next pirate. So he is really reinforcing this pirate theme. Pooh's pirate ship, return a pirate character from your discard to your hand, so great for going late. Just lets you keep recycling your pirates if your opponent's dealing with them. We've got Moana, Kakamora leader. So it costs 7, but it does have shift, so we're looking for other Moanas to shift this onto. When you play this character, you may move any number of your characters of the same to the same location for free, gain 1 lore for each character you moved. So that can be quite powerful if we've got locations that we can get Moana into, and then we can just drag everyone there and then gain a bunch of lore in the process. Wendy Darling, I'm a big fan of Wendy Darling. This is another rare, costs 2 for a 1/2, evasive, so again hard to deal with, and while you have another pirate in play, this gets +1 attack and +1 lore. So this can attack into your Diablos, attack into your Go-Go Tamagos, it can deal with them, but it's also questing for 2. So it's a 2 cost, quests for 2 with evasive. That can be really hard to deal with if you're playing a pirate on turn 1, or you're playing a pirate this on turn 2, then a pirate on turn 3. Like, Wendy, in my opinion, is the reason to play pirates, and I really want to brew a pirate deck just because Wendy exists now. So we've got Owl, 3 cost pirate. During your turn, whenever a card's put into your inkwell, you shrink one of your opposing characters, so again making this aggressive pirate action. You can then chunk in and get rid of them when their attack's lowered. Gopher, pirate, high toughness, 2 lore, so just forcing your opponent to waste their time dealing with Gopher, or he's going to keep questing. Fix-It Felix, not a pirate, so again a bit weird in here, but he makes your locations better. So pirates in previous sets had a theme of caring about locations. We saw John Silver care about locations, we saw Jim Hawkins care about locations, so maybe this is leaning pirates into that direction. Count the number of characters that you have in play, chosen character loses attacks. This is just removing the attack of an opponent's character, so not super exciting, but again it's a good action for Tigger because it can protect Tigger. You can reduce the attack of their evasive guys so they can't get rid of them. Amber Chromacon just removes damage. We've got John Darling, ally pirate, 1/4, great, just another pirate that's going to stick about, make all your pirate synergies better, keep Wendy Darling up at full strength. Kakamora, she's a pirate, 5/2 with rush coming out, attacking straight away, so this is basically just like a removal spell. Jasmine, hero princess, not a pirate. Whenever this character quests, each opponent loses 1 lore. Again, still quite an aggressive card though, because it's questing for a lot and it's draining your opponent's resources at the same time. You've got John Silver, when this character quests, you may deal 1 damage to another chosen character of yours if you do ready that character. Okay, so that's cool. So it can have your beaters keep beating, or it can, once something's quested, it can deal them 1 to save them, so they don't get beaten down. Okay, now we've got our actions. The island I pulled from the sea. Search your deck for a location card. Again, works with Tigger, works with Moana. It's going and finding his locations, which is great. As far as locations goes, we've got Ratigan's Party. So 1 to go to, and while you have a damaged character here, this location gets +2 lore. So if you put someone in here who's damaged, now this is going to be ticking up every turn. So that's probably quite good. Very good combo with the John Silver we saw. Got Rabbit, just a 1 cost pirate. So maybe something we're looking for. We've got 100 Acre Island. During an opponent's turn, whenever a character is banished, will here gain 1 lore. So just put all your pirates here, quest with them, and then they either have to deal with the location that's doing nothing, or ignore your pirates. Because if they deal with your pirates, you're just going to keep gaining lore. So I do like that, that's really on theme. Got Rue, again another pirate. Well, this when you play this character, you may give chosen character -2 attack until the start of your next turn. So again, just protecting your pirates and letting your guys just keep questing unimpeded by reducing their attack power. When you play this character, if you have a location in play, draw a card. So yeah, just a free guy if we're prioritising getting locations in play. I won't give in. Return a character card that costs 2 or less from your discard to your hand. It's alright. I guess you've got a lot of cheap pirates that are doing things when they enter the play, and then it's another action for Tigger. Rut. This one doesn't make much sense to me. It's not a pirate. It's not. If it had bodyguard, it could be protecting your pirates, but just a big dumb supporter probably something I want to get rid of. And then Took, just not on theme at all. Got Mickey Mouse. Well, this character is at a location, he gets more attacks. He's a 3 mana 4/4, which is alright. This Moana though, 1 cost. This character can't challenge unless you have a captain in play. So you're going to want to prioritise getting captains into your deck, but a lot of the best pirates are also captains. And this card plus Wendy Darling is what's making me think pirates might be a viable deck. So you definitely want to get more of those, and we got those in our other deck, our other pack, but we'll see what's in this one. We've got John Darling, 1 cost 2/2 pirate. Nothing to see here, just filling out the curve, making sure we've got pirates. More pirates, 2 cost 1/3. When you play this character, chosen pirate gains evasive, so you can jump one of your pirates, make them safe in the sky. And then we've got some more locations. We've got Skull Rock, 1 cost, 6 toughness. Characters here have more attack. At the start of your turn, if you're a pirate here, gain 1 lore. So again, pirates caring about locations, and these locations caring about pirates. Really good inbuilt synergy in these decks. We've got Ratigan. This character is damage, he gets +2 attack. Again, like, it's okay with the Prince Johns, but not very exciting. And then we've got an action. Characters get +2 attack. Maybe okay with Tigger. I'd rather have actions that just replace themselves. We can look into a few of those, but yeah. This deck again has a very clear theme. It wants to play pirates, and then because of the pirates text, it wants to play locations and actions. Actions for Tigger, locations for Moana. But I think for this deck to really pop, you're going to need to get more Tiggers to get your action payoffs, or better locations for your location payoffs. So let's hope we can get some of those in the pack that accompanied it. Okay, well, we got another Michael Darling, which is a nice addition to the deck. Another rabbit, pulling pirates. A green location, so not really what we wanted for this deck. Sour Bill. Donald Duck, a pirate, but not green. But again, pirates are in a lot of colours now, so you can think about flexing around. Dr. Delbert, Lose the Way. Our Raid is Cobra Bubbles. Oh, and we got a legendary Wreck-It Ralph. That's a nice pull, not a pirate, but this card is very strong, and opening legendaries always feels great. When this character quests, you may banish chosen item or location to gain 2 lore. So, I mean, again, maybe you might want to look at that in your other items deck. And this is the nice thing I like about putting these packs in, is it starts players asking questions early. How can I fit this in a deck? What can I build around? Can I integrate it in any of the things I'm currently doing? And then we've got a foil Hiro Hamada. So those are the decks. What's the verdict? Yes, I think they are, and it feels a bit pastiche to stay at this point, but I think Ravensburger just make really good intro products. This Inventor deck gives you a clear plan straight out the tin. You know what you want to do, you want to get inventors, you want to get items, so it means when players are opening packs from that point, every time they see an inventor, every time they see an item, they're like, how can I upgrade it? Players have the opportunity to go back to older sets and look for inventors, look for items, look through store binders. It's not just 2 colours, it's a theme, and it gives new players a theme to build around and something in the game to fall in love with. And the exact same goes for the Ruby Amber pirate deck. I love pirates, I'm going to build a pirate deck. It gives new players, again, something to cling on to. I do feel like the pirate deck is less well constructed than the Inventor deck, so I feel if you played these 2 decks against each other, the Inventor deck might have a leg up. We'll see. I've not tried them, I've just opened them. Like, these products are sick. The other thing I've always liked about Ravensburger intro decks is they come with a booster pack, so straight away players can engage with every part of the hobby. They get to open a booster pack, they get to play a deck straight out the box, they've got all the things they need, they've got rules, they've got playmats. Straight away you feel like you're in the hobby, you're not just getting random cards and having to put a deck together. You get the full deal. You get the collector element, you get the play element, and you also get to mix the 2, just like you saw me doing there. You can start pulling cards out of that single pack and put it straight in the deck, because every card in the pack is playable, because you don't have a full playset of anything yet. It gives you things to strive towards. they're just a home run. They are just a home run. I think these products are fantastic. So yeah, if you're considering picking up an Azurite C intro deck, I would recommend going with the Inventor's deck, but if you're going to get both, honestly, you can do a lot worse. The rares that are in them all seem playable, getting you closer to having full sets of the Moana Pirate out of the Pirate deck, getting copies of Fred, getting copies of Tamada out of the Inventor's deck. They both just seem like great products and a fantastic way to start playing the game, or a fantastic way to jump straight into Azurite C. Bravo, Ravensburger. Every time guys, your intro products are phenomenal. So yeah, wholeheartedly recommend. Go out there, have fun folks. We'll be doing deck techs, we'll be doing more box openings. If you like the content, please leave a like. If you want to see more of it, please subscribe, and I will see you all for the next one. Keep thinking happy thoughts, folks, and I'll see you then.